Hello, today we're going to be discussing how these machines were set up and what software was used to get them into the state they're in now. Essentially, the first thing to install when you get your new smartwatch, be it the DM98 or, no, it's the 99, isn't it? I can't remember now, and the lemfo LMT, basically is Nova Launcher Prime. Now you can install that from the Play Store, make that your first program, and that will give you this basic launch pad. The next thing to install, I found it very useful, is the rotation lock. This allows you to lock it into landscape and keep all your software facing the right way when you're wearing it, so it doesn't rotate, because a couple of games try to rotate to the side and a few apps do also, but this keeps them tidy. Both these machines have got that on. Where is it? Let's just have a look. So the rotation lock, that's rotate, let's have a little look. I'll just have I'm verifying this as I go. Yeah, ultimate rotation control. So by Fame IT. That's the best one I found because it actually works. It's only a week demo. After the week you have to purchase it, but it only costs £1 or £2. It's not very much, and it's worth having, definitely. Right, the next program I used would be Elixir Widgets, ELIXIR, and that gives you these widgets along the top and the bottom here of both machines. You can set them up to do your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth data, GPS, rotation, all sorts of things. There are quite a few settings in the Elixir program, so yeah, Elixir Widgets, that gives you this page basically. And then we've got this time app, this clock. This particular one is called Dark Crystal Clock. It's again on the Play Store, so you can download that. So, and this is a simple text widget, which there are several of. They're all okay. So I mean, you can get whatever one you fancy. The weather widget is by Weather Dev Team, and they've done absolutely loads of weather widgets. They're all pretty similar, so you can grab those as you see fit. Now then, the volume widget, that was a bit of a swine to get hold of. I actually had to go off the Play Store and use the Google search engine and search for volume space APK, and then I downloaded it from a website. If you search for it, you'll find it. The power widget, I believe I did the same thing for. I couldn't find it on the Google Play Store, so I ended up just downloading it and sideloading it, you know, putting it in the downloads folder and then double clicking on it, or just clicking on it with the browser app that you get built in. Let's have a look. Apps. Yeah, you've got a files manager app. This comes up like this. Both these watches have got that on, and you can use that to navigate your system and install various bits and bobs. Okay, next we have this nice looking widget which gives us all the information. To get this one installed, it's 3C Toolbox Pro. This is available on the Play Store, and when you install it, it gives you loads of options. Really, it's for a rooted phone, but it works well on a non-rooted phone, although some of the features aren't available. These ones aren't rooted, although I did root my first DM98 that I got. But the DM99 I found was a bit more difficult, so I didn't bother. So that's your 3C toolbox, and that will give you that widget. Okay, so that's the widgets explained. Oh, I've also got a music player, but you can use any one, whatever your favourite is. I used Winamp on the smaller of the two watches, and on the larger one I just used the built-in one, music player, because it was less of a footprint, you know, it was already there, so why not use it. Okay, after that it's basically about the apps you want to install. Now they're going to vary for everybody. Personally, I found the games I liked that played well on a small screen, and the camera apps and GPS apps I liked. As I say, Nutty Tech is the map software of choice, because it allows you to download your maps and you're not tied to the internet. So that's available on the Play Store. Nutty Tech with a Q at the end. Camera apps, I found Mega Photo was brilliant, and Camera 2 is quite an old one. It should be on the Play Store. Again, I got this just by searching for the APK using the Google search engine, and it was pretty much the top app, you know, the top download that turned up. Right. Streaming apps, well, a very good one is FreeFlix, and that gives you everything. Mobdro also gives you quite a bit, and YouTube Vanced, which takes away the adverts in YouTube, makes it a bit more usable, so you don't have to sit through people's adverts. Networking apps, I used Connections. This is a nice little program that shows you all the connections into the computer and out of it, and I found that quite useful. Other than that, I mean, there are just some Ping Tools Pro, Network Tools Pro. I've gone for the full versions. I do believe in paying that extra couple of quid. You can be a skinflint if you want and get the demo versions, but they're not as nice to use, they're not complete. So pay a couple of quid and buy your apps. Now once you've set up Nova, you can go into the settings and fine tune it. For example, the amount of tiles that you display on the screen, it defaults to 4, which will give you this look even on the bigger screen. I found that by changing it to 6 wide, I could have 6 icons along the bottom, although I've chosen to put 5 in because it looks a little bit tidier to me. But you can cram it, you can get absolutely loads on there. I mean, if we get the icons up, you can see there are quite a few that have been installed. This is part of the Nova desktop. So yeah, and it's the same with this one. Double tap. Oh dear me, what have I done? Let's go back. Yeah, double tap on the side gets my phone stuff up. Okay. I don't know what else to explain really. I mean, essentially set it up how it pleases you, what looks nice to your eye, which is what I've done. I've tried to centre things and lay them out in a way that's organised and tidy. The health stuff, that's already in there. You know, you get that in your apps. I mean, to drag and drop the apps is so simple. You just put your finger on it, drag it where you want it, release it, and you can drag another app onto that app and it will create a folder. You can then customize the folder and put your own picture on it, your own image, you know. So you can do quite a bit with the software. It's a very nice program. As I say, Nova is the one that you want. I've kept all the settings together. Also, settings search, I recommend that one. I used that to set up the pass lock because I couldn't get to it using the normal settings, but by loading settings search it allowed me a few more options that I couldn't get to. So, and it included setting up a password or a pass lock for the screen, because I wanted it for security in case I lose it or it gets pinched. Essentially that's it. Not a lot more to say really. It's down to the individual to set it up how they want it, but these are the apps and widgets that I recommend. That's the normal clock widget. Yeah, that's covered. That's covered. These are covered. Okay, I guess that's short and sweet. Hopefully it explains what you wanted to know. So the first step, install your homepage app. You can set it to be the main homepage file so that it loads every time. Second thing, install your widgets, Elixir and the clock and the weather. Third stage, install your games, and then double tap and drag and drop and put them on how you want them, you know, whatever's neatest for you. Alright, I know this is a bit short, but I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully that helps. If not, put a few questions down below and I'll answer them as best I can. Alright then, thank you. Ta-ta.